My name is Olivia, and this is my final project for the Unity 1 class. Here we have our player character, this little cat. The cat's job is to go out into the world, hunt at least 3 rabbits, and then come back to the prey pile to drop them off. The prey pile serves as our finish line. As you can see, it's got the finish trigger script. It's also got an audio source here. And yes, so these are just 2 of many models I have in this scene. I've also got these mushrooms here, which are part of the terrain, trees, which are, of course, also part of the terrain, and I also have rabbits. Here's the one that happens to be closest. There's about 40 of these throughout the level, so that the cat has a good chance of finding them. Alright, so for my prefab, you can see I have several prefabs used in this scene, but I'm going to focus on the prey pile since that's the one I assembled myself. Aside from having its scripts and its audio, it is made out of, physically, a bunch of cylinders for the sticks, and some stones that I got from another asset pack. So I put them together. I put them together with a particle system. I'll show that again. Cool little particle system. And this altogether is my prey pile. Next up is the normal maps. So for this, my primary normal map is attached to the terrain itself, and I'll go into game view here. You can see there's the light coming off of the mushrooms, and it has this nice look on the texture of the terrain. If I go to the terrain, select the grass layer, here's our normal map. I'm also going to set it to 0 to show what it looks like flat, and set it to 1. It looks much nicer with the texture of the normal map applied. Alright, back to the scene. Alright, so next, normal map, and okay. So as I showed before, we've got sound on the prey pile, we've also got sound on the cat that can be heard when running, the rabbits make sound, there's lots of little sounds. I showed the particle effect. I'll show another particle effect that comes from the terrain. There it is. Alright, and that's these little purple dots that are everywhere. I really like this, kind of having like a fairy light kind of effect. Oops, that's not the right one. There we go. And here, they float about in different directions. Here's my settings. I use the emission settings, the shape settings, the noise settings, which is why they go off in different directions, and the renderer settings. Alright, I'm gonna stop that. So I showed you the lights on the mushrooms, but there's more to it than just that. Here's my lights folder. I've got the bright mushrooms, which are these 3 clusters here. I also have the dim mushrooms. Let's see if that will, over here. So I've got, yeah, that's a good view. So I've got 3 clusters of dim mushrooms. As you can see, I should go back over here. The bright mushrooms have an intensity of 6, the dim mushrooms have an intensity of 4, and the dimmest mushrooms, there's only 2 of those over here, and they each have an intensity of 2. So, there's a couple other lights in the scene as well. Most importantly, there's the sun, which I put at a 45-degree angle to kind of get like a mid-morning or mid-afternoon lighting effect. And there is also, on the bridge, see a nice little bridge there? We've got a street light, and you can see the light effect inside of there. Here's its settings, and I don't have shadows to show in the scene view, but you'll see those when I get into the game view. Alright, let's go to the HUD. So, here we go. We've got 0 prey caught when we start, and the timer starts at 0. And there's 2 texts here which are on top of each other. The first one is the start text, which gives the player the instructions to catch 3 prey, then drop them in the pile. Then there's also the finish text, which displays you win. Alright, so that's that whole first part. Next is actually hitting play. Alright, and we want this to be maximized. Something did. Alright, I'm not sure how to fix that problem. Here's the console error. But, alright, so I can't use maximized play, but I did the next best thing, which is just make it as big as I can by pushing the other windows off to the side. Alright, so here we are, our little cat. So here's the prey pile we need to fill, particle effects, our lights. Alright, let's go catch some rabbits. There we go, there's the first one. Just kind of bonk into it, and it disappears, it's dead. There's another one. That sound you were hearing was while I was running. That's done on purpose to, you're not stealthy if you're making noise. I was able to program the rabbits to move in the time that I had. We might see one wandering about, but I was not able to program them yet. There it goes. To hear if the cat is close by and start running away. And now he's stuck. Well, let's just end his torment. Boop. Alright. So now we have 2 caught. And let's go down to the bridge. And you can hear now that we're closer to the water. Go take a look at it. You can hear the noise of it. Alright. Here we go, the big old bridge. And here, I didn't have any pushable objects before, so I just kind of added a soccer ball. So yeah. Just push it around. It's pretty fun. There it goes. Anyway. Here's my street light. You can see the shadow from because the light is inside the model, you can see the shadow from the model actually on the wall there. This shadow here is from the sun. So, there's not too many shadows to see from the point light here, but it does have them. It's got the hard shadows on. And here we go. Alright, there's our 3rd rabbit. Poke. There we go. Now that I've got 3, or 4, apparently that one counted for 2. That's another glitch I haven't sanded out yet. But we've got 4, so now we can go back to the camp and win the game. I think I see it over there. There we go. There's our glowing mushrooms. Alright. Do that again. There's our sound effect and our particle effect and our winning text. Alright, that's it for this game. Thank you for watching and have a good day.